topics from like neuroscience to
Right.
botany, just to kind of figure out what was really exciting to me. And
True.
most colleges, you should be able to do that. So yeah, just kind of take your time to figure out where you want to go with it.
Yeah, and I would say go with explore all of it, check out all of the opportunities that you have, and I think the more that you do and give yourself the opportunity to volunteer or engage in different activities in your community that align with what your interests are, then you start to figure out what you really want to do, right? So you're feeling yourself out and getting the experience and then really starting to decide what pathway you want to take with biology. Good question. And then we have one other question here. How deep can the ROV go? So right now we're currently at 3,000. What is our current depth right now?
2425.
24, 2,425.
Dead things. Yeah, it's another good one.
Do you want to have a look at that?
Yeah.
We'll zoom in, please.
Okay.
Another one like the spiral coral.
Looks like a flute.
Wow, it looks like
Oh
a
no,
bone.
look at that.
Is that a fish bone?
No, that's another
Type of coral.
coral.
Really?
Yeah. You can see the holdfast on
They
that.
look like
Oh,
spines,
there you
though.
go, yeah. Well, and then there was that, we were looking at a sponge. Megan called it a skeletal sponge.
Yeah.
Where it looked like the spine of
Yeah,
and a
Steve
rib
says it's
cage.
a
I'd like to.
Come wide, please.
Farried?
varied
I'd
sponge
like to come
stalk.
up, but I've
a what kind of
kind of
sponge
maxed
stalk?
out the.
Farried?
Okay.
Oh.
I'll
Swing
get
it.
ahead of you here.
Raj.
Coming up a little steeper.
Yep.
Ah,
I just got to kind of get a little bit, catch up here a little bit, guys.
sure.
You gotta get pennies in the Zoom bank, as Gabby
Yeah,
would say.
that's right. You got to put some in the bag.
Pennies in the Zoom bank.
Yeah, looks like a little different morphology
Okay.
in the basalt too, kind of out of the talus field, and looks like more in place lobate flows. And there are still some chunks of debris.
Oh, what's that?
what is
down
that?
Yeah.
bottom,
Uh-uh.
bottom of the screen, going off screen now.
That's the second one I've seen, so
Yeah.
I bet you we'll see
is
some. I'm
that-
just going to catch up a little bit here,
Sure.
Okay.
and then we'll definitely get some zooms from some of those guys.
All right. Let me know, guys, because we've got 2 pilot questions here for you too. So whenever you folks are ready, let me know.
I heard the first one. So Hercules max depth is 4,000 meters.
Okay.
Atalanta can actually go to 6,000 meters.
And then, oh, cool. So,
There it
We'll
is,
zoom
yeah.
in, please.
oh,
Is that a coral?
is this
That's
seaweed?
a critter. That's sea coral.
It's
Looks like a
coral?
coral,
That's a
yeah.
coral.
Yeah.
Ah,
Zoom on it and see who it is.
Oh,
pretty.
some sort of
Alright.
soft coral,
Yeah.
octocoral.
Octo.
There you go. Come wide, please. Some more pennies.
Oh, and there's a big
Yeah.
one up.
Oh, look
To
at
the
that.
top.
Yeah,
That's an enemy.
An enemy.
Yeah.
friend or foe, an enemy.
Sorry, I'm gonna keep kind of catching up here.
Okay.
Okay.
With frogs like those, who needs an enemy?
We want to get to 2,200 meters anyway, because that's when all the stuff's gonna show up.
Okay, so as we're ascending, Josh, we do have another question here. Do you need a specific degree in marine science to pilot the ROV? Are there classes for it?
No and yes.
So no, you don't need to have a degree specifically in marine science in order to become a ROV pilot. And yes, there are classes that you can take to gain experience to become an ROV pilot. Good question. Thank you, guys.
We got some more things coming up.
Yeah, and off to the right.
Yeah, and up ahead.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, you
I'll
like
just
that,
say
yeah.
too, there's
There's a stalked.
Yeah, stock sponge.
Stock sponge.
there's a lot of different
Zoom in,
pathways
please.
to get to this,
Ooh.
and I really, really encourage you to check out the Core of Exploration biography page on Nautilus Live.
We'll zoom in, please, Dave.
Because everybody's path is so varied, you might be able to find someone whose interests kind of align with yours and sort of identify rungs in their career ladder that you may be interested in pursuing yourself, and they can be academic or non-academic, but that's a worthwhile resource.
Oh, it's
check out.
beautiful.
Nice. That's really pretty.
That yellow stalk.
Is that the ET sponge?
That's what I was just thinking. Yeah.
Okay, well, come wide, please.
If you go around to the side.
I like that the stalk is like
Yeah, that's
neon.
really pretty.
Yeah.
It's like
Very
green.
And
pretty.
another big one to the right.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Look at that.
That one to the left looked like a baby balasoma bee. Like those big moon cheese things we saw on the last
Steve is
trip.
saying it Chrysogorgia. Oh wait, that might be that's
Yeah,
somebody
that
else.
was
That
the
was the
plural.
previous one. Sorry. I'm
Because
behind.
it seemed when they were much smaller that they were
Okay.
yellow only in the stalk and then became yellow as they got bigger.
Wow.
Heading back into another talus slope here.
045 more directly up this cliff now that we're back over.
Is that a cucumber? Or what is that over there?
Oh yeah, the purple thing.
Yeah.
Ooh, holothurian?
It might be.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, is it a loli?
Look at
It
that.
might be. Yeah.
Yay.
Wow.
So zoom in, please.
I love when things are purple underwater. They've got like no business being
Yeah,
that color,
that's-
you know?
That's a
Is that a
holothurian. Yep.
really?
Oh,
Yeah.
hello.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we could slurp that.
Might have time. I don't know if it'll go. I don't know if it'll go into the hose all the way, but
And try.
we could do a soft slurp maybe. Is that the first one you've seen though?
We slurped one on a previous watch.
Yeah, it would
Oh,
be
did
nice
we?
though if, since there's some sediment,
Similar.
it would be
We're gonna
great to.
have Can we come wide, please? We're gonna have to do a hustle
Yeah,
if we're gonna
super.
get this like fast. So you're gonna have to
Raj.
get the arm out.
Raj, I'm setting up.
So it's
Oh,
hard
it took
for
off.
Moved.
You can slurp it from the water usually.
So just sort of when you're thinking about sampling and stuff, just envision how deep we are, and we're moving. And since Atalanta can't stop, it's hard to just immediately stop and sample, because what'll happen is Atalanta's still moving, the ship's still moving,
Oops, ew. I was in
and
4.
so I can stop. Oh, yeah, there's 1 and 4 already.
Yeah. So is 3 open then,
Okay.
guys?
Is 3 jar open? Science row.
Tyrian's checking.
Yep, 3 is free.
Okay,
Okay, Roger.
I'm gonna start it.
Okay. So as we're doing this, we have.
Yeah, I
She said
did
the shippers
flush
are not enough time
and
for that to be a
oops.
thing.
Where'd it
Can
go?
somebody keep an eye on it for me? Yeah,
I-
I see it.
yeah.
I got it.
Where? I don't see it.
So anyway, sort of what I was saying is we have to be opportunistic about our sampling. It's hard if we're behind, like if Herc is behind Atalanta, it's hard to stop and sample. That's why I try and like fly ahead a little bit, and then I can kind of take my time a little more as things like catch up, and then I gotta like keep moving ahead. So right now,
Okay.
Atalanta is right on top of Herc, and so it's passing Hercules right now at the moment, and it's not going to stop.
Okay.
So we have to, if we stop the ship at 2,400 meters, and then take our sample and restart the ship again, by the time we get going, that'll be close to an hour.
Oh,
So
okay.
think about that sort of time frame.
So we have to be mindful of.
Yeah, we can definitely stop, and we're going to probably get the sample. But then after that, once we get away, I have to catch up. So I won't be
Okay.
able to
Yeah.
stop and zoom on things for a little bit.
Okay, sounds good. That may give us some opportunity to answer some of these questions that are popping in here. And I'm going to start with, this
Hold
is
the
for,
hose out. Hold on, just sorry, 1 second.
nope, you guys go for it, and I'll wait until you
Yeah,
folks are
there we go.
ready. Because this is an
Kink in the
important part.
Yeah.
Okay, you're going to hold it there.
Yeah.
Oh, I see them.
Indexed.
Okay. And is our jar,
Jars lined up on
jars
3.
lined up? I
Yep.
got suction going. I'll go, what, 70?
Sure.
I'm going to come around. Okay, just hold it still.
Okay, Raj, indexed.
Okay. I'm just going to line up my camera a little bit.
Just pull it out of there.
I feel like there should be a theme to Jaws happening now.
Just hold it still.
Okay.
I'm fine. I'm trying to fly towards it, and you're pulling it away.
Well, I didn't want it to hit the rocks.
Oh, it's not going to hit the rocks. Gotta get it
It
close.
might be a Hansenothuria, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, that looks pretty accurate.
Yeah. Have to look at it closer up, but that's my best guess for now.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Oops. Stay still.
that might be a
Yeah,
bit too
that
big.
might
Oh.
not go in there. Lift it up. Lift it up. There we go.
Is there a box we can put it in?
I'm gonna turn down the suction just a bit. I don't know if that's the question for yourself to answer.
Sorry.
If you're okay with placing it with either a sponge or a rock.
It has to go in the front.
Oh, it has to go in the front?
Yeah.
All right.
Cannot
Yeah,
reach
you
the
have,
side.
yeah, you have the forward box lambda. That's
awesome.
open.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, I'm gonna back off a little
It's
bit
a big
more.
one.
Yeah, it is a big one.
So
I'm
since
gonna,
you want to fly ahead?
yeah, but I don't want to leave it like that for a while. It sort of gets sucked in there and then. I'll try and catch up a little bit here. Back
Yeah,
off a little
turn
bit
that
more.
down, yeah. This looks like he's
Yeah,
going.
it's slowly going. So you can, whoops. Okay, I'm gonna pull tray out.
Are you right back?
Oh, it's gonna go.
No. Gonna get chewed up.
I'm gonna back off a little more.
Okay, what do we do? Okay.
Oh.
Sorry.
Oh.
Okay, well.
Okay.
That's okay. It's going.
So let's slurp now.
All right, would you all like to go more across this ridge or directly up the slope now?
Just keep going up the slope till we get to the top.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to catch up a little bit now.
So that went into slurp jar number 3? It
Yes.
looks like it
Yeah.
might
Think
have
so.
gotten destroyed, right?
Bridge now?
It might have.
Yeah, okay.
Well, it did go through.
It is there, though.
Yeah, it's there. It's in 3.
Can you change the course direction to 045?
And that is sample 014. Jesus.
Yeah, this will just gotta go a little slower. That's all.
Raj.
So we're going 045 now.
Okay, I'm just gonna catch up.
I'm stuck.
Whoa.
I'm stuck.
Just so azimuth out
I got it,
a
yeah.
little bit.
It's okay now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Raj. Zero, 4, 5.
Yeah.
Raj.
All right, so we've got a lot of questions coming in. I'm going to direct this first one to Yvonne here. Johnston's Atoll was a place that got rid of a lot of nasty stuff. How has this affected the waters around the atoll?
Yeah, that's a good question. There's still a lot to be determined. I mean, there's been certain chemicals that were released that have made it up into the food chain. Dioxin, PCBs are known to be in some of the fish. And during the time when Johnston was active with 1,200 people living in it, they forbid fishing for that reason. But we have other bioindicators of ocean health out there, such as all the seabirds that we have out there. And there's been a lot of contaminants analysis done with excuse me, with some sampling from some of these seabirds over the years. And we have a thriving population of seabirds that are doing very well out there. Ocean health in itself, in the surrounding parts of, closer to the surface area of Johnston Atoll and the 4 islands that make up Johnston Atoll. There's a lot of thriving life out there. There's some contaminants that are still buried in an area inside Johnston that is very well contained. But there's still a lot to be learned about some of these contaminants in the past for decades that were unfortunately unintentionally released, have made it up into the chain. But we have thriving wildlife out there. We have a lot of beautiful marine life surrounding the reefs in the lagoon in Johnston Atoll. It is quite a spectacle, actually, of corals and sponges and invertebrates, other invertebrates, and a lot of vertebrates out there.
Awesome. Thank you, Yvonne. Now I'm going to open up the floor to whoever would like to. Actually, all of you can answer this question. So what is the coolest thing you have ever seen, or that you have seen so far? So on this expedition, what is the coolest thing you folks have seen so far? Rob, I'll start with you.
Well, for me, just on this watch, I really like the nodule field.
Oh,
I think that was exciting for me. But hey, I'm not a biologist, so
anemone?
I like the rocks.
Right. Well, the nodule fields were really eye-catching, because they were very, very different than what we've been seeing. And so when those fields came up, it was Megan referred to them as nodules too.
Zoom in, please.
Oh, ooh, what do we have here? An anemone?
Yeah, it looks like
Looks like it, yeah.
I hate that.
So do they normally set up in sediment like that, or are they more of a hard rock substrate?
I think it depends on the species. I know some of them create tubes within the sediment that they can go down into.
Yeah.
I don't know if that specific one does.
Great.
Dead coral bits off the left there too.
Yeah. So Liz, what was the coolest thing that you've seen so far?
Oh man, I don't know. I mean, we just started, but we've already seen a lot of these really beautiful sponges. I think are really cool. But I mean, that sea cucumber we just saw was pretty exciting to me.
Was pretty, yeah.
That's a species that I haven't collected before, I think. So
cool. Taylor, anything from you? What is something that you've seen?
Honestly, I was really excited about the sea cucumbers for Liz.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, they're really cool. I collected some relatives of those guys, some holothurians for my own research a couple years ago. So yeah, I have a liking for those guys.
Awesome. Dave, Kylie, Josh, Emma, how about you guys? Anything cool so far you want to share?
I loved how purple that sea cucumber was.
Right, it was
That
pretty
color
amazing,
awesome.
huh?
And also, when we initially launched the ROVs, it was really beautiful at night with all the lights.
Yeah, I really like seeing all that marine snow. And
could be a shadow.
oh, wow. There's that anemone again. And then I think I'll answer this question. Do any of you ever get seasick or motion sickness? Yes, it happens.
Oh, yeah. This is the first year I actually have it.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, out of my 4 years.
Wow.
Evolution.
Right,
Grilled,
acclimation.
salty veteran.
And then a final, this is an ROV question, so you folks let me know when you're ready.
Go for it. Yeah.
Why doesn't the ARM have pre-programmed sets of movements to return specimens to baskets? Wouldn't
question.
movement macros make using it easier? So I'll
It
hand it
would.
over to you guys for a response there.
A ctenophore.
Ooh,
Yeah.
what's that?
Ctenophore, I think.
Ooh, where?
You want me to mess with the lights, turn them down?
or get a little bit of a zoom.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah, just trying to get in position here.
See if it has some crazy lights.
Let me know if
Yeah,
you're
that's a
okay with
two.
me touching
Ooh,
buttons.
Oh,
I'm
we
trying
might-
to back away. It's
yeah.
attacking me.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Is it okay?
Oh.
No, it's a Tina 3.
Okay, we'll try a partial zoom there. See if we
Yeah.
can not thrust it
Do
too
you want
much.
less lights?
Oh yeah.
Oh boy. Yeah.
No, because if you turn off the lights, I'm just going to open up the iris.
I know, but what if I get the right set of lights?
It's okay.
I think we're done with it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, we'll come with.
I'll find another one. That was very pretty though.
Light those like ghosts, you know?
Looks like a fish or something around the tether.
Oh, that pink.
Yeah, it looks like up above us.
Yeah, it looks like there's a fish kind of hanging around the tether between Atalanta and Herc.
Let's see if I can.
Okay, so I have another question here. And this can be for any of you who'd like to answer it, but who can join your expeditions?
Is that a coral?
Yeah, looks like there.
Yeah.
Huh.
Zoom in, please.
Another barnacle here too. Maybe.
Oh, that looks like a bamboo? Oh.
I'm not seeing those bamboo nodules.
I remember seeing this one, and Steve gave a really good
coral?
explanation of it, and I can't remember, so sorry, Steve.
Yeah. I wish there was a better ID guide pulled up back
I'm
here.
gonna keep saying Nerella, and I'm gonna get it right one time.
Sorry, we don't really have any coral people on this watch.
I think I would be by this time. I've been told so many times.
Yeah.
I did do my
forget
master's
them.
on coral,
Okay, well, come on.
but not
please.
these guys.
Not the deep sea ones, yeah.
No, mine were the Farrieds. That's pretty though. Is that another one right there?
Yeah, probably.
Maybe.
We're going to start seeing more and more. This is the
Sure.
depth that they start kind of showing
Do we
up.
still need to keep moving ahead quickly, or are we caught up?
Yeah, we're pretty caught up, kind of medium
Cool.
caught up.
Medium low.
You guys are great drivers.
Do you think we could get a sediment core on some of these sandier areas if we have time?
That one we definitely would have to stop the ship for.
Okay. Then we
so
can...
wherever you want to stop, we can we'll try and think ahead a little bit, and then we'll stop the ship, because it'll take a little bit for Atalanta to stop.
Okay.
Do you want it? So, I don't know. Let me know when you want to try and do one of those, and we can stop up.
I mean, as soon as possible would be great. I like them to be as close to the cucumbers as possible, but...
Okay, well, we can stop the ship if you want.
Yeah, okay.
I can make that happen.
Thank you.
And then I'll just kind of keep creeping ahead.
Yeah.
Unless you think it's going to
bridge
get too rocky up there, but...
This has a bit of a nodule feel to it too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just looking for like a sandy spot
Can you
where you
hold
can stick
position?
the core in.
Okay. It
Thank you.
may or may not happen, right? So it might
Okay.
only be a few inches or
Yeah.
so deep. Cool. This is probably a more, as you can see with all the rocks, it's probably not going to be an easy push core. They're not, no. Here, I can get a little shot of this coral.
I don't need it very deep.
Okay.
Just interested in the surface sediments.
Yeah, I just hope it sticks. It sort of has to get enough in there to get the suction to like keep it in there. Can we zoom in, please? Oh, there's a shadow. I thought it was a multi-stop thing. Okay.
Oh, it was a shadow. I thought it was 3.
Yeah, me too. Tricky. Let's see. Core, hey? Challenge.
If you don't think it'll work here, that's okay. I don't want to push it.
Well, I don't know. I mean, it's just going to be so rocky. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously there's a layer of sediment, but
Yeah, it's hard to see how deep it goes.
yeah. I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. Could try maybe here.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking that for there looked
Right, where the
maybe
lasers
deeper.
are?
Yeah.
Okay. Adeline will pass us, but that's okay.
What was that just poofed the sand?
That was me.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
Just scaring the sediment. So that's what happens when I turn too quickly.
The sediment gets nervous.
I shoot wash at it. Yeah, maybe. Could maybe try, I don't know. You could poke around. Not super confident. This is gonna work. So there is a chance. There's always a chance.
Give it a try. If it doesn't work out, that's all right.
Okay, here we go.
So you can either come straight up, or you can do the side lift. So it's up to your own preference. I'll give you the sample. And I'll push it out a little bit, usually helps. The easier one's the near one, yeah. And then the trick when you're taking them out is, of course, you got to get all the joints to line up so it comes out straight. If you start going up on an angle, it's not going to work. You're either going to get jammed or you break it.
So we are currently at a depth of 2,387 meters. That was one of the questions we had in the chat.
And then you want to also grab it right on the fingertips because you don't want to squeeze it with the shears. It's extra hard with the coral cutters. Expert level. I'm going to come down just a little bit with the Atalanta.
Oh.
Ooh, stop. Do you have force feedback on right now? Oh. Oh, that. Wow, okay, sensitive. I didn't even hear it. I didn't even hear it.
Yeah, I don't.
Sure.
Oh, a farried sponge stalk.
I'm getting pulled on right now anyway. We might have to move. But I could kind of talk you through it. So I like to be, I'm a side grabber person, not a straight up and downer. So I'm just going to get myself kind of restarted. The idea is to try not to get any joint completely blocked out. You always want to give yourself room on either side. I like to have the shear up because that way I can see if I'm accidentally grabbing it. And then I'm just going to open it a little bit. It doesn't have to be perfect. That was not me, that was crafty.
Oh.
And then you just want to be able to go straight up, so you have to do shoulder and elbow at the same time. I was a little bit off there. You can see how it went off to the side of it. Yeah, but we're way far apart, so if you come up, you're going to pull me. Okay, can you salvo me? Yeah, but we're way out of position right now. Like 20 meters away? Sure it is. But you're tugging on me right now because you just came up. You can see me moving around. Let's see.
Yeah.
So then you kind of use the shadows and stuff to try and get it straight. And you get your arm kind of in a position again. You got to go like straight in.
You might be hitting a rock.
Yep. Yeah, that's as deep as it goes. Nope.
No.
No. Nope.
Nope.
You gotta get a good like 4 or 5 inches in there for like the suction to take hold. I can pick up and move and just keep the core in my hand a little bit.
Might all be like this.
Yeah.
But yeah, thanks for trying.
Give it a couple more tries. Get lucky.
Well, there we go. Maybe something.
Nope.
No.
Just slides right out too. It's not like sticky enough. Like
Yeah.
It's just like sand, right? So just
yeah,
like
it's
slides out again.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're shallow enough, so it's probably mostly 4M tests anyway.
yeah, it looks pretty sandy.
Yeah, it's just sliding back out again.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you want me to hang on to this or stow it away again?
You can stow it away. I think it's all going to be like this.
Okay.
Thank you, though.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, guys. Whenever you're ready, we do have some more questions coming in. And I think one of the, let's see, so maybe Liz, you can answer this one with the core samples is what do you do with the samples?
So the putting away is way harder than the taking out.
So there's a lot of different things you can do with a sediment sample. What I specifically want is I'm going to be looking at the bacteria that live in the sediments, and I'm going to be comparing that to the bacteria that live inside of the guts, the digestive tracts of some of the animals like the sea cucumbers. So I'm trying to see how they kind of select for a different microbial community within their guts compared to what they're eating, which is the sediment. So that sea cucumber that we grabbed earlier, it basically just eats the sediment itself. Yeah.
Cool. Thank you. And then another question that we've got coming in, is there a current at that depth?
There is current.
There is current. Do the currents where you are at change a lot, speed and direction?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would assume
I'd
so,
say, yeah.
yeah. And then, yep. Okay, those were all for now. Thank you guys for answering the questions. I have 129. A lot of visitors.
Okay.
you all want me to get the ship moving again?
Sure.
Okay. Bridge nav. Can we do 045 degrees at 0.2 knots again?
Yeah, Hoku,
And let me know when you're ready for me to do reset DVL. Got that kind of off.
now you can see
you
how
can do
it's
that
lighter
anytime.
sediment underneath where they try to do the cores. Okay. Some more dead corals here. Got a little knocked over rock again. Here's another.
Wow, this is pretty.
Yeah, this looks like a sedimented talus region as well.
Ooh, what was that?
A little shrimp or something.
A little shrimpy?
A friend.
What is that?
That's a sponge.
That's a sponge.
Ah, pretty.
Some more dead bits.
Oh, so Liz, I'm going to bring this back to you again because some folks weren't able to hear the full answer about your core samples. The stream got lost. So if you could repeat the relationship between why you're gathering the core samples with your sea cucumber research.
Sure, yeah. So I'm interested in the bacteria and other microbes that live inside the digestive tracts of the sea cucumbers. And so as a comparison, it's nice to have some of the sediment nearby because the sediment is what they actually eat. And so I like to look at the microbes in the sediment as well as the microbes in their guts and kind of compare and see how what is living inside their digestive system is going to be different from just what's already living in the food that they eat.
Zoom in, please.
Well, thank you so much, Liz.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Nice sponge.
Ooh.
Well, this is one of the trapped ones. See if we can see the inmate.
I wonder if there's a shrimp associate in there.
Yep.
Yeah, there could be.
There usually is.
Do we have an ID for this one?
Okay, it'll come on, please.
That's really neat.
Oh, there's another one here.
Oh, wow, look at that one.
So Josh, do you have special glasses to see these things up there or what?
To see them?
Yeah, it seems like you're picking these things up before any of us back here
are. I just have a well-trained eye.
Very good.
It's also a few feet closer.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, it has a bigger screen.
That is true. That is true.
All right, so Josh.
I'm also mostly blind. So.
I do have a question here from Boston for you.
Okay.
Josh, so from the perspective of somebody using the arm,
yeah,
what additional camera would be most helpful in guiding the arm?
Yeah, we do use actually more than one camera. So the one you see at
another
home
Chrysogorgia.
is only one camera. Can we zoom in, please? And so because you can only see in 2 dimensions, you need to use multiple cameras and shadows while you're moving the arm to
Chrysogorgia.
create your depth of field.
Is that sea spider?
Oh, yeah. Or squat lobster.
Squat.
Oh, that's cool. You can see, maybe we should get some footage because it looks like it's doing something.
Sorry, I backed away there a bit.
And Taylor, did you see Steve? Yeah. Oh, I see you monitoring it. Good.
Okay, I'll come light, please.
It's better with there too.
So yeah, so I do use the feed you see at home to kind of get one view from the arm, but then we have other cameras that you can't see at home here. One from above that we can move around, and others to kind of create that depth of field that we need to kind of know spatially where you are and how far in front things you are, or the subject that you want to work on is in front of you. And then after a while, it just kind of becomes intuitive. You sort of get this muscle memory and know the look of how far things are away, and you use shadows to kind of place yourself in that space. And then once you're in there, once you kind of get your end effector near like a rock or whatever you were trying to sample, they sort of, and your mind kind of focuses in on that spot, and then it's kind of the puzzle of trying to figure out all the joints in the arm to get in the right spot.
Wow, cool. Thank you, Josh.
Yeah.
So then to kind of tag on to that question, somebody said, why not use VR goggles for the arm to get a 3D image?
Yeah, he totally can. That technology is being developed and is in use. And I think going back to one of the other questions where there are people trying to develop code and how to like basically do a movement, like say a push core, where you know exactly where the thing is on the vehicle, and you can just point and click to a location that you want to sample. And there are groups trying to work on that technology where the arm will then just make the movements on its own and collect the sample by itself. And then actually on the Nautilus, we were trying to take that one step further, and we were having the scientists on the shore, who wasn't even on the ship, selecting the sampling place, and then the arm doing the collection. And then to take that one even step further, we were doing that remotely using an optical modem where the vehicle doing the sample wasn't even tethered to the ship.
Wow.
And the scientist from shore was taking the sample.
Interesting.
With an arm that was doing the sample on its own.
Wow. So it sounds like there's a lot of different ways.
Yeah, there's definitely people groups of that. We can zoom in, please. There's a lot of different groups, Hui and Bari, and others who are working with 3D a little more, and working with kind of like that spatially, like coding in some spatially aware type sampling. But we're kind of here we kind of do everything by hand still.
What is that next to? It's laying on the rock there. I think it fell over.
Yeah, we can come wide.
I'm going to use bubble for a gaze check.
Yeah.
Okay, and then I have...
Gauges are good.
Another question here for, I guess, Liz, you could answer this one too, in regards to the sediment collection. So could you do a slurp sample of sediment if you can't do a core, and what would be the difference between the two?
A slurp, it would kind of, it would disturb it all, and it wouldn't really be in a nice sort of solid chunk anymore. It would be really hard to tell how deep you've gotten. And in addition, it would, once it's in the slurp container, I guess I'm not confident that it would stay there. And I think it would just be very, very hard to collect once the vehicle is back up on deck. And it would be hard to be confident that if you're looking, for example, at the bacteria, that the bacteria you're getting are actually from that sediment, not from the water.
So the core provides a cleaner.
Oh yeah, we got a
Please
fish.
zoom in, please.
Where?
Yeah. Whoa.
It's your buddy. Is that the grenadier?
I don't know what that is.
Is it an eel?
No.
It's not that.
It's
no,
not
it's
a
not.
Moridae antemora, right? No. It's like
Which one?
a dark fish like that.
Oh.
It might be a rat tail, actually.
Yeah, it looks like
I think
a grenadier.
It's a grenadier.
Yep.
Oh, there it goes.
Goodbye.
I don't know the genus, but it's a macrouridae.
Okay, so then another question here from Louis CK. He's back with some trivia. Maybe you can take this, Rob, I don't know. It says, why is the water near the equator less salty than that found in the mid-latitudes?
Yeah, I think it's
He gave the answer already. Yeah. Because of abundant equatorial precipitation throughout the year. Thank you, Louis. Mahalo for sharing. So then we also have somebody, Kylie, it looks like here. Oh wait, Kylie will know what I mean. So Kylie, this sounds like it's a question directed towards you here. Have there been any cheese moons yet?
See, that's what I was talking about with the Bolosoma bee. We haven't seen any cheese moons yet.
No cheese moons.
Not quite.
Now I want to see a cheese moon.
It looks like a big satellite sponge, like on a stalk, neon yellowish yellow. That looks like a cheese moon.
I love cheese, just saying. Two of my favorite things all put together, cheese and the moon.
I was saying that smaller one that we saw with the neon yellow stalk.
Yeah.
It's the same shape, but much, much larger, like the size of Herc.
So, okay. Wow.
So, yeah,
really?
like in width, yes. Not in like all dimensions, but
right,
yes,
but
yes.
like
very large, yes.
Amazing.
So hopefully we'll see one.
Okay.
Whoever that was probably on my watch last trip. So hello, friends.
They definitely knew cheese moons. Okay, so I think this is directed to the ROV guys again, so you let me know when you're ready for more questions.
9 meter delta.
So when you folks are ready, ROV guys, you could let us know what the difference between Argus and Atlanta is.
It's mostly just size and weight.
Atalanta.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's mostly just size and weight. Argus is
it's a nice coral.
Bigger. About, I want to say about at least 2,000 pounds heavier.
Wow.
Bit more drag.
Wow, that looks like a...
Other than that, they're very similar. So the reason we're using Atalanta mostly right now is because there's a lot of depth that we want to get to on this cruise, and when we have weather, it's very hard on our armored cable that connects Atalanta or Argus to the ship. That lowers it to the seafloor, and using a lighter sled vehicle like Atalanta or Argus will just help alleviate some of those cable tensions that we would see in deeper depths and bigger weather. So it just gives us a bigger operational window to work with.
Great. Thank you, Josh.
Yeah.
And I'm going to shift this question over to Taylor because I think she'd be able to best answer it. How many samples can you fit on the Hercules?
Yeah, we have a lot of room for samples on Herc, but it just depends on what kind of sampling we're doing. So we have two types of boxes on the porch, or on the side of Herc. There's starboard bio box where we've got 6 different compartments so where we can put items. And then we've got the forward bio box with 2 big boxes, so if we're trying to get a big piece of coral without disrupting the structure. And then we have 7 slurp jars that we can take samples in. There's also some room on the porch to rest, you know, if we have some other type of special equipment that can collect a sample. And then we have 6 Niskin bottles that can collect 6 water samples. And currently we have 3 push cores, but we can always tweak the ROV to add different sampling methods and ways we can add more samples to the ROV. But yeah, the pilots would know a little bit more about those than I do.
Oh, cool. Thank you, Taylor.
Yeah,
I think that was a great answer. Yeah. And then in regards to the fish here, I just checked our science chat, and Steve has shared with us that as a genus of fish is Kumba, and the large farried sponge, possibly Farried. Farried? Many different species possibilities here, he says. But the fish looks like a Kumba. Thank you, guys. Oh, let's see. And then in response to our most current question, our current depth is 2,339 meters.
There's coral dead ahead there.
Oh.
You can zoom in, please.
Wow.
Another Chrysogorgia.
This guy looks a little bit different, the branching style.
Mm-hmm.
Could be a bamboo.
Sorry, lost it there, Dave. Else over there too. A few other guys over here. Okay, we'll come wide.
Looks like there's quite a few here, Liz. Do you
Yeah.
think it might be worthwhile doing a Niskin, or?
Sorry?
I think it's worthwhile doing a Niskin. They've done 2 Niskins already. I mean, I don't know about...
Maybe wait till we're a little shallower.
Okay.
Do you know what depths they did the Niskins?
Last one was sample 010. I don't know the depth.
So now, Rob, this substrate here, I know we've been talking a lot about nodules. Is this the same type of substrate that we're seeing here, or is it different?
I think it's different. It looks like it's a fairly steep slope.
Okay.
It doesn't look like pillows or flows. It just kind of looks like an old talus ramp. The things got welded together.
Another
Oh.
good sized coral here.
Yeah, that's a nice one.
How many
Zoom in, please.
Niskins do we have for the dive?
6.
6 total, so there are 4 remaining Niskins.
So yeah, I guess we should take one.
The
That
polyps.
looks like
Oh,
a
look like they're-
bamboo.
Does that work, Josh? Do we have time to do a Niskin here?
Yeah, sure. I can, if you want to do it, and then
Sure.
I'll just kind of keep cruising along. You can
Okay.
come wide, please.
Do you want a certain depth off bottom?
I don't think so. I mean,
We could just kind of pop
think-
it wherever.
Yeah, the cruise of depth.
Okay.
Are you like 5 meters off the bottom? What are you at?
I'll let you know when we're about to pull it.
okay.
Okay.
It looks like a little more abundance here.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I see a lot of stuff in view right now. This would be a
Yeah.
good spot. Let's see.
Yep.
Just getting the camera back.
This is the
Still
happening
going.
place.
Still going. Do you know which ones have been... Oh, I gotta see them in the back. Okay, the back too.
I do have another ROV question here for you guys whenever you're ready.
Okay, we'll just stand by 1 sec once we
Yep.
get this sample. And then
Sounds good.
Do you want pork, Sean?
In the
Yeah, I got
meantime,
it.
Rob,
you got
a
it.
question just came up for you if you're ready.
Yeah, I'm rocked all the way back.
Sure.
Okay. Can you just pan over there?
Yeah,
So what
sorry, I'm
causes
just gonna-
nodules
I'm gonna
versus
move back over here.
conglomerate iron
You want to
magnesium?
pan to there, or you want to pan
Well, the
here?
nodules usually
No, yeah, I
have
meant to the
a piece of
Niskin.
something.
Okay.
Could be biology or sand
Mm,
that is like the nucleation. for
okay.
and so the manganese nodules kind of go onto that.
Do you know which one you're going for? You're going
The
for...
conglomerate iron manganese
I
probably
want
is a collection. of
Three?
these nodules together.
I want
Cool.
3, but I want
adhering
to,
to
I'm not
a
sure what,
surface. It's
if
not
it's,
an individual particle.
is it blue?
Okay.
I don't
Thanks,
know.
Rob.
We'll figure it out when we get over there.
Raj.
I lost my multi.
Just make sure you're coming in up high and then down, because I just want to be over that camera. It looks like the blue one.
Yeah.
Midway the slope too.
Halted.
So come down.
Okay, that's not me.
Yeah,
I have
I
to turn
know.
the bender off.
We don't have a ground fall right now.
Okay. Well,
We're jumpy.
it's pulled.
Yep, pulled, and that was 3.4 meters off the bottom.
Okay. Oh, we don't have a pen. Can I borrow this?
Oh yeah, go ahead. And I'm taking notes too. And that was Niska number 3, correct? Just
Correct.
checking.
Yeah.
Okay. And that is sample number 015.
Yeah, now if you look at the pillows below us or the flows below us, this is much more intact material.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and you can see that pillow shape
Yeah.
more distinctly.
And there's a lot of nice coral here, sponges.
Yeah.
Pretty abundant all along the slope.
I'm just going to get caught up here again, and then we'll have some stuff for some zooms.
Yeah. And what did you call that again, Rob, when you saw those little, like, the sediment settling into the rocks? That you called it a certain term where it's like popcorn, or you didn't say popcorn. It was.
The botryoidal texture?
Was it a texture?
The pillows or the...
It was something about the sediment going into the, like, moving into the rocks, making these little gridded... Grapes? I don't know. I couldn't remember what you said.
That's sediment in the interstices. I don't know if it's...
Hey. Oh, here's another one that popped up for you, Rob. Is the manganese in the seawater in any way responsible for the purple color of some of the organisms? It is a color I associate with pomegranates.
I'm going to pass that to biologists.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Liz. I didn't read it all the way
To my
through.
knowledge, no. I don't believe so. That would just be a pigment that the animal creates.
Okay. Nothing to do with the manganese. Okay.
The color is more for camouflage.
Okay.
Because at this step, you're not really getting any blue light. Obviously you do when you, or sorry, you're not getting red light.
Is that a spiral coral?
That's beautiful.
Yeah, definitely much more abundance here, about 2,300 meters.
Definitely.
A little more diversity.
Yeah,
here. You can see a bunch
just
of
in this one
things.
view, I see like so many different animals.
Yeah, you really do.
Yeah, I think that's a spiral one. It's so pretty.
The sponge, you mean, or no, sorry, it's a coral.
The purple one on the bottom, yeah.
Oh yeah, the coral, yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad we got that Niskin popped here. That was
that was good.
good timing.
Yeah. And then as we're moving along, somebody asked how long the cord is that connects the Hercules to the Nautilus.
So there's what we call the 6-8, which is an armored umbilical, which connects the Nautilus to Atalanta. And that's why it's the strong steel armored cable on a big winch that we can lower. We have 7,000 meters of cable on that winch. Currently, what's our payout? 2312. So we have 2,312 meters of that cable out right now.
Wow.
And then if you can see at home on the Atalanta view, you can see that soft yellow tether that we call that one a tether, and that has the floats on it, and that's a 30-meter length of tether that connects Atalanta to Hercules.
Okay, and then just to bounce off that question, what is the maximum operational load and typical load of the armed cable? KN or KIP accepted?
Right, you want it in kips?
I'm
well,
glad you know that, Josh.
Let me think about that for a sec.
Sure.
So I need to get a zoom here.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
It will zoom in, please.
Oh, look at the Adam's brittle
yeah.
star.
Yeah, it's the brittle star. Moving around. Oh.
Dang it, I missed it.
Oh, there it is.
And not
Could you
very
just come
healthy
just a
coral.
little wider, Dave, please? That's great, thanks.
Yeah. It's trying to run away from us.
It's like, man, it got brighter on here all of a sudden.
Right? I saw, hey.
A lot of noise, a lot of motion.
Yeah. Okay, well, come wide, please.
I'm not sure if it's the habit of the coral here, but it sure looks like they're not as robust or anything. You know, it seems like they're not as densely branched as I've seen in other places. I'm not sure if that's a...
To go back to the cable question, I don't know in kips, but I believe if I recall, it's about 42 or 43,000 pound breaking strength on that cable.
Wow, amazing. Kylie, there's a big long comment for you about the cheese moon.
Oh.
But
Please zoom in, please.
is that a cucumber?
Might be.
Yeah, looks
Find out.
like it.
Yeah. Might
you
be
want
another
it?
of that same type we saw before. Yeah. Think we could try slurping it again?
Sure.
Maybe be a little gentler with the slurp?
We could try, but again, we're going to get in a big all twisted up, like it's going to have to be real quick again.
Okay.
So, because you can see, if you look on the nav screen, do you have this screen back there?
Yeah, I can see it.
So you see how we're right on top of one another?
Okay.
And the ship's ahead. So by the time we stop and get that, Atalanta's going to be up here. I'm going to be back there.
We can keep moving.
So if we eyeball something when we're separated, and I'm a little closer to the ship, then that'll give us some more time. Sorry,
Yeah.
Dave, we'll come wide.
That sounds good. Let's keep going.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll see another one.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're clearly decently abundant up here. There's something in the water.
So if that's something you want, if that's something you're after,
Maybe a
then I'll keep that on my mind, and I'll when I'm ahead, I'll look for them too.
Okay, thanks.
You bet.
So there's been a comment about Carl. I don't know who Carl is, but he's apparently very nice, and somebody wants to know where he is.
Carl.
What is the total weight of the I think you answered this already, armored cable?
The weight.
Yeah.
Depends how much, well, the weight in water depends how much cable's out in the water.
Okay.
Man, I'm trying to pull a spec sheet out of the top of my head here. I don't know the specs of everything all the time right off the top of my head.
It's very heavy.
It's a certain, we basically weigh it in kilograms per meter.
Oh, okay.
Kilograms per kilometer. And I think I want to say it's about 700 kilograms per kilometer, something like that.
Oh, okay, so that's pretty...
Don't quote me. It's in
Okay.
the vicinity.
I won't quote. On average.
Nice mix of sponges and corals here.
Yeah. Looks like another, well, never mind.
So the cheese moon question person was named, her name is Lisa, and she doesn't know if you remember her,
Of
but
course
she's
I
the
do.
person
She's from
who...
the University of Las Vegas, Nevada.
Oh, aloha, Lisa. So she painted the cheese moons.
Oh my God, she was geologist on our
cruise.
watch, and so much fun, and really loved the telestrator, and was just it was a lovely, lovely time.
She said, by the way, Kyle is my fave. No offense to others.
Yeah.
Oh, Vertigorgia?
Should we zoom on
zoom
that?
in.
Ooh,
Spirally.
pretty.
I love those.
Spiral coral. What is it, spiral coral?
Yeah.
Vertigorgia.
That's a nice sample.
Should we sample it?
We'll see if Steve is typing.
Yeah, Steve, should we sample? No sample needed, okay.
Nope.
Okay.
They are abundant.
A little wider, yeah, there we go.
Moss abundance.
Wow, they're really pretty.
Oh, Steve is typing.
What's he saying?
Yeah, but I get a sample of that one.
Where's that one?
Yeah, Steve has that primnoid right there in the background, so they can wait for a larger colony.
Okay, well, come on, please.
Okay. Wow, look at all that.
We should be coming over the top of the nose of this thing shortly. Get a little flatter, we'll see what we have for abundance. A dead one to the left there.
Oh. This Lisa is from the Netherlands.
Oh. I don't know who that is. Sorry.
And then whenever you're ready, somebody had asked if we could see the telestrator on stream anywhere. I feel like this question was asked last night too.
Yeah, generally we don't, because the streams are being recorded on shore, and once the telestrator's in there, it's in there.
Okay.
And so we generally don't send that out.
We're not doing anything exciting with it.
Thank you, Dave. Thank you, Liz.
That's a cool one too.
In the Herc, but aft cam. That's just a flare, right?
Yeah.
Raj. Okay.
Cool.
Like some orb.
Some more stalk sponges there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like there is a decent current here.
There is a current for sure, yeah.
Wow.
Kind of headed into it. It's sort of, I don't know, coming from left to right a little bit.
You can kind of see the direction with the sponges.
I'll see if I can actually, this would be a close shot because I should be able to sponge in the black background. See if I can get it kind of set up for a little pretty shot.
This flow direction is pretty consistent with the models too.
Is that a
Predicted.
cheese sponge? No.
No.
That's not what she's talking about?
You'll know when you see it.
Okay. I'm on a mission now.
It'll be yellow, bright yellow.
Oh, okay.
This is a nacho cheese.
Oh, nacho, like a Cheeto.
No, like a wheel of cheddar cheese or something.
Oh, even better.
But like with holes in it, the way the moon kind of is textured like that.
Oh, that's cool looking, that sponge.
I have pictures on my phone
Not a
where I
good
can
shot.
show you later.
Sorry, let me get set up here a little better.
Okay, cool, I want to see. Almost looks like a brain.
Yeah, if you come down just a bit, like 20 meter delta.
My brain on sponge.
Right.
Oh yeah, that's a beautiful shot.
Nice.
Holy, I'm getting tugged around.
I got a couple grabs.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Got it.
Okay, we can zoom in.
Beautiful. Thank you, you guys.
The sponge or the coral in the background too. That's
Yeah,
a really nice shot.
it's really cool.
Oh, wait, hold up. Let me get it. Shazam. Pretty. I know I'm dating myself. Ooh, ooh, yeah, let me get that one. Ooh, nice. Even better. Oh, I like that one. That one's cool. This is the one that you guys took a picture of with the little shrimpy in it, right?
Okay, you happy with that?
Hmm?
Okay, we'll
No,
come
I
light, please.
think that was a different type of sponge. That was a
Was
Farried,
it? Okay.
the Farried, or
Yeah. Thank you, guys.
this one is stalked. But they have that similar network
Very pretty.
internal.
Oh, okay.
They're all glass sponges, I believe, right?
Yep.
Oh, I missed it.
All right, we got a little catching up to do here.
Oh. What is a split in case you find hidden treasures? That's showing us here. Oh. So somebody says, watching this stream at work is making me want to go back to college and embrace my childhood dream of becoming a marine biologist. You are inspiring people.
It's never too late to be what you might have been.
That's true.
Do it.
You do it. I am living proof of having a family, children, going back to school, and getting the degrees that enable me to sit right here and be with all of you guys. So it is possible. Go embrace that childhood dream.
So what are these like flat shelf formations?
Ooh, yeah.
You know, I think they may have been manganese crust that have been eroded around.
I'm seeing ripples, like there's a lot of flow again.
Yeah, or I mean, it could be the top of a sheet flow, or the top of the lobate flows. The thing's been, you'd have to grab it, look at it. But this almost has that nodulary look again.
Oh, there is a nodule.
So now we're kind of on this top flat area.
On the top of this nose.
Huh.
So this flat area lasts a little while. Do you want to stay on it, or do you want to go off and then go up in a corner? Or?
I think just keep running the ridge. I mean, the reason we were going off before was to try to find the nodules, and I think we kind of have an idea where those are. They're not as steep of the gullies as I thought. They're kind of flat channels.
Awesome.
Sounds good.
I have another question here for any of you, and I think it was brought up. So can you use sponge orientation to map currents?
I don't know about mapping it. I was just commenting that it was a good indication of the direction. It seemed to match with where the current was coming from.
Sure, huh?
Yeah, I think for direction, but not necessarily velocity.
Yeah.
Right, so perhaps you can get a sense of movement. And
it's like if you see a palm tree on land and it's leaning one direction, that's probably where the wind's going.
Yeah, we actually have these current meters we call seahorse tilt meters. That they're just PVC with a sensor at the top that tells you the orientation. You can tell by the amount of tilt how fast the current is going the direction, but you have to calibrate it.
Okay.
So we'd have to calibrate all these sponges to get the velocity. I'm up for it, but...
Luckily we have more advanced ways of detecting current.
Yes.
So this is a beautiful comment right now. We are in Argentina watching you. We are learning about underwater exploration from Nat Geo at an Institute of English as a Second Language.
Oh, wow.
Hey, welcome Argentina. Nice to have you here.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah, thank you for watching. So some other questions. How often do you discover new species on your dives? And what are your favorite sea organisms? So I will open the floor to any of you that would like to answer those questions.
Deja vu with that. It's like the same exact one. The same exact
Oh,
angle.
hey, look at
I'll
that.
look at this other one maybe instead of this one.
Well, Steve was saying earlier he has one potential new species under review right now. But he's had a lot of dives, so I think new species are still pretty rare.
It depends on what sort of animals you're looking at, what sort of organisms.
Yeah,
let's look at that crinoid.
Yeah.
If you're looking at the little tiny stuff that lives in the sediment, usually most of what you find is a new species. but the kind of the big charismatic stuff that we're seeing now is a little bit more well characterized for the most part.
That's good.
Is that all a crinoid?
I think so.
Is
Well, no,
it?
that's a sponge with a crinoid on it.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I think that might be one of the farried sponges, and then
Yeah.
the other type of sponge that we're seeing with the really thick stalk and the round bulb on top is a holothurian species sponge.
Very pretty.
But the crinoids climb up the sponges to get up further into the current so they can collect more stuff from the water to eat.
See from its arms kind of which way the current's going there.
Yep.
Come light, please.
Oh, okay.
Looks like we got a little downhill action here, which is always fun.
Oh yeah, somebody said the sponge looks like cauliflower. So my favorite sea organism, there's so many. I won't bring it up, but we do have deep sea nudibranchs, okay? Steve just showed me a picture.
Go up more so that you don't go downhill if you want.
Yeah, right, so, oh yeah, you're going kind of along that contour right now?
Yeah.
Wow.
But I can go up here if you want.
Yeah. Well, yeah, just double check with Rob there, but yeah, that makes sense to me.
Yeah, just keep.
If we follow this heading, we're going to be kind of slipping off the slope a bit, but I think if we kind of change our direction a little more to the north, then we'll kind of follow along that top until we get to the next set of...
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, you know, it's probably best to stay on top of things.
Okay.
And then we can ooch our way towards waypoint 6.
Yeah.
Bridge nav.
Yeah, going downhill is never the best video.
Can you make a course of 020? Thanks.
A 020.
Yes.
Raj.
Something dead ahead there.
Oh, you guys got good eyes.
Is that just sand?
No,
oh, I see. No, sorry. Yeah.
Where?
Like
Yeah.
Well, you just touched this.
Oh, I see it.
Maybe a black coral or one of those
What's another spirally one?
ones, yeah. Well, I might be able to get the money shot on this one where you look like right through the...
Okay, hold up. Let me get the highlight here.
Maybe. We'll see.
Okay. You let me know.
You'll know when you see it.
Right. Oh.
Tilt my camera up a little bit. Too crazy.
I know we have a delta, but my altitude says low teens.
Yeah, I think you're good. Your sonar's... You're kind of a little up slope of me.
Right.
But yeah, you're gonna have to give me some if I'm gonna get the shot.
But that's all I'm giving you.
Oh, come on. Where's your sense of adventure?
Attached to the vehicles.
You're not letting me get the shot. You're not letting me get the shot.
We can wait for the ship to move me and we'll get there.
Is it a crinoid or a coral?
It's a coral.
It's a coral. It's a spiral one.
I'm just right at the end of my tether and getting fizzy, so I'm going to wait to get a zoom or else I'll just going to get all tugged around. It won't look good.
Okay.
Yeah, this this region looks like it's a bunch of old pillow basalts that have been stacked on top of each other here. Eruption after eruption.
I think I'm kind of some current there for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do a partial zoom here.
Oh, that's a pretty good
look
shot.
up again.
There we go.
There we go. Okay, we'll zoom in, please.
Neat. Oh, that's beautiful.
Can we get some shots without the lasers as well?
Roger, lasers coming off. Lights off.
Oh, wow.
Beautiful. Fireworks.
Thank you, guys.
I'll see if I can come
You
up
got
with
it
it.
in the sextant
Yeah, I'll
a bit.
come up with the sextant just a bit.
Yeah.
See if I can get a sextant camera shot here.
Yeah, I've gotten some of those.
Come up a little
Those are
more.
great shots there, Liz.
Oh yeah, this is great.
There we go. Cool. Nice.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay, we'll
I'm
come wide,
pulling
please.
up on my delta.
Okay, come on up a bit.
Look like Steve has an ID.
I don't.
Right as I found it.
We don't need him.
No, we do.
All right, I gotta mosey along here. Smelling the flowers for too long.
As we mosey, somebody would like to know how long it would take Hercules to reach 7,000 meters starting from the surface.
Oof. I don't think Hercules would make it.
Okay.
Depends if it was attached or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have any vehicles that can go to 7,000 meters. We have Atalanta and little Hercules can go to 6,000 meters.
Wow.
And going down, we tend to go about 30 meters a minute, so I'll challenge the people at home to tell us how long we're doing it. 30 meters per minute, how long is it going to take to get to 6,000 meters?
My childhood nightmare.
This almost has a nodular field look to it. It's not as well established, I think, like it's another nodule field there. Right in these depressions between these ridges. Looks like it's fairly high up. Now we're in good shape if we see a holothurian.
Okay. Which means we probably won't see one.
Oh, we'll get you one. I'm not worried.
No, me neither. It's just, they only show up when it's very inconvenient.
We'll do better. Get in a better position. I'll just see it from far away. That's the key.
I'm surprised they seem to be more on a rockier area than just in the pure sediments.
They're kind of, you find them in both.
Do they eat the sediments off the rocks too? Or do they normally just sit on the sandy bottoms?
Yeah, no, they do both.
Oh.
Because, you know, even though this is rocky, you can see there's still a layer of sediment on most of the rocks. And so they'll be kind of picking that off.
Yeah, that's what made me think of it was.
Yeah, because they're really interested in the fresh stuff that's right on top in general.
Oh, wow, interesting. Why are they interested in the fresh stuff? Because it has the most food, in it? Oh, okay.
Yeah, so even if they're on a big stretch of sediment, they'll be using their tentacles to pick out just the good fresh stuff usually. They can be pretty selective. Oh, we got a little fish.
Oh, that's interesting that they're selective like that.
Yeah,
you know?
And different species will be more selective than others. So even though they're eating the same thing, they're actually not. They're kind of utilizing different parts of it.
Right, because they're not filter feed. They would use their 2 feet to grab and select and then consume. Interesting. Cool. They're so smart.
Got a little shrimp or something on the bottom.
Yeah.
Now we're pretty devoid of anything here.
And to the right, on the bottom right.
Oh, yeah, a sea star.
Yeah, or something.
That was a sea star.
Oh, I see it,
Yeah.
Oh, what is that?
Looks like a sea star.
Huh. Why does it look like it's hovering?
I know, it might be on an old stalk or something.
Oh, okay.
It's hard to tell.
Predating.
It's just a levitating sea star.
Yeah, that thing.
Yeah, zoom in, please.
Oh, it's floating.
Oh, yeah. No, there's something it's on.
Yeah, it's sitting on top of it.
Really?
Yeah.
It's very hard to see.
Looks like it's dead, what it's
oh, there it is. Yeah.
It's a skeleton.
Skeleton of
Oh,
something.
wait, make that pretty.
It does look like it's floating.
That's cool. It does look like it was floating in.
Steve is typing.
Yeah, is this the sort of thing we want to get a sample of, something that's kind of eating something?
Steve is
dead
saying...
bamboo.
Okay.
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 Yeah, so a small sea star on top of a dead bamboo, it probably...
Not for collection.
Not for collection.
Okay, come wide, please.
Thanks, Steve.
I'm going to reset DVL again because it got off.
Sure. Can you put in the note to look for a water droplet in the Zeus?
Raj.
Yeah, I saw it.
Bottom center.
Also top right.
Is it? Well, so I saw that last night. I don't know if that's water though. I don't know what that is.
They've been there before. They've been. They were here They were there in the past.
Okay.
In the same locations, and I think.
I just didn't see the bottom center one before.
Yeah.
Some more old lava flows and rubble in between here.
I like the little shrimp.
Was that the last trip?
I said I like the little shrimp.
I think we've since gone in there to clean
there's
it.
a shrimpy.
Yep.
Are you feeling much current here at all, Josh?
I'm feeling in different places. I sort of felt when we were in more of the flatter areas, I could feel it a bit more.
Really?
And then I think right now I sort of feel like it's coming down the hill, so it's kind of pushing me down a little bit.
Huh.
That's kind of what I was, the general flow is, predicted kind of to be like that. Not very strong, but.
Yeah, it's definitely there. Like, yeah, it's not, easily dealt with the ROV side, but it can certainly feel it.
Mm-hmm.
An old stalk there.
Yeah, it looks like a dead one.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there's one. There you go. Another one coming up there.
Oh, yeah.
There it is.
Yeah, we got a really big one coming up.
Yeah, we do. That's nice.
Where?
Up here.
Well, and also straight ahead.
Oh, really?
There's a sponge, but
okay.
it's good size.
Oh, pretty.
Doesn't look too healthy, though.
Yeah.
Oh, it doesn't?
No.
Is it,
No.
so when it bends like that, that's kind of an
It's
indication.
more the color.
Yeah.
Oh.
Bless you.
Looks like we're, local high bench here, too, a little nose.
What is that there?
That's a piece of
dead
dead
sponge.
sponge we've seen a few times, yeah.
From the water column.
Yeah, what is
Cetenophore?
that? It's hard to tell.
Okay, Rob, I've got a question for you that came in, and the question is this all pillow lava we are seeing here?
You could, generally classify it as that. Some would be more large flows,
Okay.
but there are a lot of pillows here. Some would call it low bait flows, some large flows, but there are a lot of pillows here as well.
I really wish they felt like pillows. Every time when I'm surfing or swimming on Big Island, we have a lot of pillows under the water, but they do not feel like pillows when you hit them.
Yeah, these all still have a lot of manganese incrustation on them.
Okay, so is manganese, I've been hearing manganese a lot. That's a really common element that's found in rocks?
Yeah,
or is
especially
that something that's...
on the surface of the ocean rocks.
Okay.
It precipitates on it and that covers it and can make it difficult to sample at times.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is it because of its texture, abundance, or why? What makes it difficult to sample?
Sometimes it's almost like an armor.
Oh.
Got another cetenophore or something floating.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see if I can get it.
Is that a sea dandelion?
Can you zoom in, please?
Yeah.
Ooh,
it's a cetenophore, yeah.
Yay.
Cool.
Little cetenophore.
It's a little itty bitty.
You can see the little bit of the
so little.
iridescence.
Yeah.
You want lasers on?
I like the
Oh, beautiful, yeah.
jets
Oh,
on the
cool.
So the
Oh,
cones,
pretty.
the cones on the side are creating that iridescence.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's a great one.
Yeah, come live, please.
Okay, I think I got it.
So Kelly said you thought you saw a sea daisy there? Or?
Good spot, you guys. How did you even catch that?
Another shrimp.
Oh.
Is that a barnacle there, or is that that's a sponge?
What is that? Looks like a sponge.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll zoom in, please.
That's a sponge.
That's good. Let's come up a little bit. There you go, come wide.
And we're good. Okay.
Yeah, hoping to see more abundance on top of this nose here.
So these guys, you wouldn't call them pillows. These would be more, would you call them pillows? They look flatter.
A low bait flow.
Low bait flow.
No, there's not a lot. Maybe there's lower flow at this place.
Well,
Do you think there'd be more?
It would be more flow, I mean, but it's kind of a flat, so it kind of be flowing out, and you can actually see that it looks like there's some collapse features underneath. So
What's that?
it's
Yeah, what's that? Like,
Chrysogorgia?
what is that?
something really big.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Ooh, la la la.
Holy, that was a good roller.
Yeah.
Oh, wavy.
Oh yeah.
Oh, boy.
Black. We'll zoom in, please.
Which one is this? Like, is this a spiral
I
coral
think it's
again?
the same spiral
Over
coral,
Vertebrae,
yeah.
yep.
Yeah.
We keep going in circles doing the same one.
It's the same one?
No.
No.
Thank you.
I'm blaming it
Don't
on
listen to
Emma.
him.
No. This one's bigger. It's
Turn off
different,
the
I
lasers.
promise.
Oh, yeah, it's cool. Oh, with the shrimpy.
Yeah, shrimp.
Okay, well, come wide, please.
Nice.
Lots
Man,
of
what's
ripples
going
up
on
here
up there?
too, so decent current.
Paleopagan sponge. Okay. Where does that little...
We're getting tossed around a little bit.
Yeah, no kidding. That's our
I think I saw another
forces
wave.
right now.
Get some green water on deck too.
Still facing into the wind. But
Yeah. And the wind's a little bit less than before. It was 20.
Yeah, it peaked a bit for a second, then it came back down. But
Yeah.
yeah.
It's kind of trippy to look at the still screen and then being tossed around up here.
Yeah.
Okay, we've got a fish question. Has anybody seen a blobfish yet?
We have not.
We
no.
have not seen a
But
blobfish.
it's important to note that they look like normal fish when they're at depth. So if you saw one, it wouldn't look like the famous pictures everyone knows. That's just what they look like when they decompress.
Okay.
When they're in their natural environment, they look pretty normal.
They're not so blobby.
No.
Oh, okay.
I like the same way when I decompress.
Yeah.
too.
Imagine if you were taken into space and put in a vacuum,
Look
you
at the
probably
shrimpy.
wouldn't look so good either.
But I usually have a beer in my hand, but that's...
What's that black thing?
Is it on top? Is that just
There's
a
a
shadow?
couple of black. Oh, maybe, yeah. Oh, yeah, it looks like a shadow.
Nice job keeping us on this ridge,
Oh,
Emma.
I knew it.
I see a sea cucumber, I think.
Where?
Right there on the bottom.
Oh, yeah. Uh-oh, we're just passing it. Good spot.
Where's it? You passed it already?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was bottom right.
The water tower. Sponge there. Have a little sponge there.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, a lot of sediment up here.
Mm-hmm.
Still don't think your push core would be that fruitful up here.
No, I think it'd be the same.
I'm gonna use the bubble.
What is... Oh, it's a shadow. A big sponge or something off to the right.
Yeah, good eye.
Yeah.
Looks like some
Wow.
worm tracks or something there in the sediment.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
That could be from sea cucumbers or urchins or
Okay, yeah.
something.
It's surprised we haven't seen any sea urchins yet.
Yeah. They're not usually as common.
Oh, that's a shadow again. It looks like it's 3 prongs, or then it's just one organism. Whew. Oh, here's a question. If you could see any color creature today, what color would you want to see? And then Mariano and Renata say hello. Anybody want to answer that one? We did see a purple sea cucumber. That was pretty.
I really liked when we saw that neon yellow stalk of that sponge. That was a pretty
Right?
cool color.
That was a cool color.
More of that would be fun to see.
Right. And then, so this dive in particular is 24 hours. And then we'll have a few more dives. So somebody asked how long we expect this dive to last. And I believe we're on a 24-hour dive time, yeah?
Yeah, I believe
Is
the
that
vehicles
correct?
are coming on deck at 9 p.m.
Oh.
Hawaiian time,
Okay.
HST. Yeah, so 24-hour dive.
Thank you, Taylor.
I can have us start heading slightly farther over to the left and maybe not have as much slope that way.
Yeah, I think you just got heading for waypoint 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
Purple's my favorite color, so seeing those purple sea cucumbers made me happy.
Right. Purple's a good healing color, they say.
Something green would be cool though.
You know, that sea star that we just saw with that kind of orangey reddish color was really pretty too. That was floating, or that was on the dead coral.
I'd love to see those blue coral again.
Yeah. So maybe we have another question here. How steep is the slope? It says it looks close to 45 degrees. So that's the comment. How steep is the slope? 45 degrees-ish?
At the moment, it's pretty flat.
Okay.
But it's very undulating. It gets steep at times and flattens out. And at the moment, this is quite flat.
Okay.
We're kind of in a spot where everything is flat and there's not going to be a change of more than 30 feet for a long time. So.
Huh. Is that a CQ? No, that's a rock. Wow, but look at all these tracks, Liz. Could be a good indicator of something, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, hi, little fishy.
Yeah, based on our mapping, they say the average slope is 20 degrees for our entire dive, so, but it does undulate.
Thank you, Rob. Yeah, those streaks almost look like the size of a sea cucumber, yeah, the thickness.
Yeah.
There's a sponge in the distance, a couple of
There's
them.
a couple.
Yeah, there's a couple of them. Oh, aloha from Kauai. Mahalo for joining us. I hope we see your mermaid sisters too.
Wow, we're really seeing a drop off of those nodules and rock into the flat sediment.
Like
I guess that's what you'd expect to see at the flat part of this ridge, huh?
It's like we're kind of in the middle of that flat part.
Yep.
Little nodules.
We're right here right now?
Yep.
Okay. And this is the ridge. No, this is a line.
Oh,
This is
there's a big sponge.
This is the nose right
Oh,
here.
some
the
interesting
hole.
tracks.
Okay.
Yeah.
And patterns in the sediment.
Right, yeah. Oh, that
Sorry?
one. Yeah, look at that.
That's very interesting.
Oh, those. It, oh, yeah. Oh, look at that guy.
Looks like the same sponge we sampled down below.
Yeah.
So those little holes, are they just rocks that are
That's
on
what
the
I was
surface
thinking,
there?
right?
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm surprised to not see the sponges perching on these bigger rocks.
Yeah, it's interesting. There's a coral or something.
Yeah, there it is, right off to the right. Yeah, there's another one on the rock too.
Can you zoom in, please?
Nice.
That's good.
There's that one in there too. A little lighter.
Yeah. That's interesting.
Yeah, that's the same sort of thing I think we saw there.
Yeah. It's a bit of dead something.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, and go for a bit more.
Looks like it's got something on it.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
all
yeah. Some little anemones or no?
Some
What are
brittle
those?
stars on it, as
Ooh.
well as, yeah, I
Looks
don't
like
know.
zoanthids
Just
or
big
something, maybe?
polyps.
Hey,
Oh, no, maybe not.
Could this be, let's see, is this a primnoid for Steve or is this a bamboo? Looks like it might be a bamboo if you zoom in. I don't know if you have any more zoom. It looks like I can see some nodules,
No
like
more
the,
zoom.
Yeah, I think this
Look at the base here.
yeah.
bamboo.
Oh, no,
That's a-
primnoid tend to have a little more solid
Yeah,
base.
yeah, this looks like a bamboo.
Yeah.
Not sure if Steve would want this or not. He said preferably primnoids, but bamboos would work too. So I don't know.
I don't think it's primnoid. Anyway, we'll come wide, please. I'm really hoping once we break that kind of 2,000 meter barrier, we're
Yeah.
going to see a lot more coral.
Yeah, Steve called it a primnoid.
Is that?
He did call it a
Primnoid?
primnoid. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, aloha. We have plenty more from Kauai watching us today. Mahalo for joining us. Oh, look at all those rocks again.
Yeah, what are they?
What is that? Are they holes or rocks?
I think they're rocks.
Right? Yeah, it looks like rocks, yeah.
Yeah, just, I mean, the way they're on the surface like that, it seems like they're almost less dense, so are these nodules or not?
Okay, ICLI is here learning about the ocean. Aloha, welcome. Somebody had asked how big that coral was that we just saw, but I am not too sure. We'd have to...
It's about 20 centimeters across, probably.
Maybe about... Okay, thank you, Josh.
Yeah, I think this is another nodule field here.
Huh.
Yeah, it's not quite as dense as that last area that we were in, I think. Or that we can see on the surface, anyway.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if there's just a lot more sediment here.
Yeah, definitely.
Is that indicative? If the nodules are smaller, is that suggestive of age or erosion or anything like that, or is it just
I think
something
just more
different?
the environment.
What falls
The
and
environment.
breaks off? Okay.
But it's interesting to see the relationship between those sponges and nodule fields too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right. To see what they're connecting to.
You can see a subtle hint of ripples.
Yeah.
You know, from left to right to this.
Yeah, you get
middle to,
this going up this way, like in that direction.
Yep. Which you say flow is kind of going down to the right on the screen.
Oh, can we zoom in, please?
Looks like old attachment.
Oh yeah, it's an old sponge attachment.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll come wide.
Oh, what's that behind it? What's that purple thing?
Oh, okay, zoom back in, please.
Oh, right there. It is a
Oh.
loli.
Is it?
I don't
No, what is
know.
that?
With antennae on it.
With his antennae? Is it dead?
I
don't
That's
know.
really
don't know
interesting.
what that is.
It looks not alive.
I don't know.
It could
That
be.
color though.
Yeah, it's
What
got
is
good
that,
color. I think it's feeding right now. with
What
the
is that
tentacles
sea
coming out.
cucumbers that, that have the tentacles that come out?
Seems partially
all do
buried
that?
in the sediment.
Yeah. Looks like it's coming
I
out from the
see it.
sediment, yeah.
Yeah. I was just wondering if the sea cucumbers burrow.
Like
Some
eating
of
in
them
bed.
do.
Because I'm like, where are
Go,
they?
come wide,
Because there's
please.
not a lot of places to, hide yourself here. Oh, interesting.
Well, and also a lot of the tracks we're seeing could be very, very old
Oh.
because the sedimentation rate is pretty low. So it's going to take a while for them to be buried.
So what were they doing right there? How
I
would
don't
they?
know what that was.
But I see these ripples here, so I think it's active.
Yeah?
It's flow, so that could be.
Oh.
You see all the ripples there?
Yeah.
That they,
Very cool.
oftentimes you can tell by the asymmetry of the ripple which the direction it's flowing.
Mm-hmm.
It's tough at this angle to do that.
Little fish.
It's a little tripod or something.
Yeah, it is.
Zoom
Good
in.
job.
yeah.
Zoom in, please.
Good spot.
What'd you call this?
It's a tripod fish.
Okay.
You'll know why in a second.
Oh, I see it. All right. Oh, look at that.
Someone wasn't feeling creative when they named it.
Oh. Almost looks like the Malolo, the flying fish. But
Yeah.
oh wow,
Nice shot.
what a great
Who's-
shot.
shot.
What
Yeah.
is that? Something on him, or is that it?
That's it.
No,
That's
that's
the
it.
fish.
Wow.
Who's taking the highlights, Hoku or the fish? Tripod. That's
I
so
know,
cute.
right? That's
Yeah.
so cool.
So they've mostly lost their eyes. You can see you can't really see the eyes. They use their fins to sense movement instead of visual.
Pretty. So is that why they have so many of those sensory, I want to say, what would you call them? Extensions off the
They're
front
modified fins.
Modified fins. Tripod fish, everybody was excited about the tripod fish. So are these little rocks thrown from, oh, here we go, back to you, Rob. Are these little rocks thrown from the volcanic activity or parts broken off from higher up? Would it be all those rocks if the sand wasn't collected there?
Yeah, well, I mean, I think they're manganese nodules, and so they could be, concretions or around bits of shell or sand, and if the sand were away, you see the sediments, or you see the rock bits, the nodules sitting right on top of the hard rock.
Okay.
But I almost think that you may need the sediments to create some of these too.
Oh, really? We got another fish or something.
Fishy.
Floaty.
Yeah, another fish.
Yeah, it is. Baby conger or something.
Try and zoom in, see if I can.
It's hard to tell.
Yeah, see if they'll stay still for it.
Yeah, some sort of cuskeel,
yeah,
maybe?
Yeah, cusk.
Yeah, I think it's a cuskeel. That might be the one without eyes.
Nope. They don't like to play nice.
Yeah, he's out.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm done here.
Get a picture of me.
So now we're heading back in the same direction that we were, right?
Yep.
Yeah, because the current, those ripples are going, okay.
We're going to be going uphill pretty soon.
Yep.
Okay.
Probably another,
Tight contact.
Yeah, I think so.
sonar says about another 10, 20 meters.
So somebody asked if it was always so fish free down there, or is it because they swim away from you?
Some of them definitely do swim away.
Yeah.
There's probably more fish than what we see.
Probably so, huh?
Yeah, I'd expect to see a lot more tracks if the sediments weren't reworking it.
Yeah, you're right. Especially here, there's like no tracks anymore.
Right, that's true. Good observation, you guys. Dang.
Josh, I almost think we need to have more scoops on board next time.
More scoops?
Yeah.
Oh, like more nodule scoops?
Yeah. Because looking at these, they look, a different setting. They may have a different chemistry altogether. But I don't want to try to mix and match things right now.
That one sample that was collected earlier with the satchel or the bag, that was what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm thinking about going in a slightly different direction to go more uphill. Is that good for you guys?
That's good.
Bridge nav?